Hi everyone. So today I'm going to share you how to create workflow participant provider. So first of all, I'll just explain what is this. The workflow designer gives you a lot of options for setting up the workflow to meet the needs of our business, right? So in Dynamics 365, the primary components of the workflows are the workflow providers. At runtime, these can be used to provide the workflow instance with application specific data. For a quick overview of workflow providers in Microsoft Dynamics 365, refer to the workflow provider overview. In order to resolve the issue, we are going to investigate the application of workflow provider, participant provider here. So there is a concept. If you're watched my previous recording, so I have taught you how to create a custom workflow. So the same way, after creating the custom workflow, so there is a scenario. Previously, I have explained to you how the employee submitted the workflow and other user what you have configured in the workflow editor can be approved. The same thing, but here the particularly manager is going to approve the workflow. That is the reference, and this is dynamically going to happen. That manager is not going to be the hard coded one, so you are going to give the dynamically what whoever is the manager, it has to be go to the manager directly. So steps to implement. First of all, we need to create a new class for workflow provider to write the logics, and there is a workflow participant provider is available in items, and you need to create it and set the properties, and then you need to configure the workflows. That's it. There are 3 steps. Let me go for the demo. So after creating the workflow, so you can see that workflow provider, there is one class has to be created. So this is a custom class I have created. So here if you see this workflow participant provider determining the associated users to selected the user groups or the custom fields, whoever you wants to make it as a like approver, you can just create 2 methods actually for over here. One is get participant token, other one is resolve. So for this get participant token, first of all, you need to implement this class to workflow participant provider. Then you need to create a method for override method for get participant token. So this is like you need to create one instance for workflow participant token list. From there, you need to add the um, manager or team lead, whatever you want actually. First thing is whoever you want to make the name label, you can provide it here, and who under that who needs to be approved. So those kind of information you can give here. This name will come in the workflow editor. Let me show you that. So this will return you the user groups. Then you have to create resolve method. So here what we are going to do is you are going to pass the value. So whoever you feel, you already created a token as a manager, so whoever you feel which field that manager should come, so you have to write that logic over here, and you can retrieve it back. You can return that user list actually. So if you see, I have this is my table, employee project table. So here I can get the rec ID from context.palm rec ID buffer. So we have all passed the parameter context. Here I'm just having the rec ID. So from that rec ID, I'm finding the HCM workers rec ID. So I'm passing the HCM worker rec ID to find the dir person table to add that user into the to find the user and to add that into the user list. So what happens, whoever I feel like this is the field, whoever is having in this field is considered as a manager. So this will find this manager and it will return that user list. So I'm going to do that. Not only one, you can create many. As so if condition you are writing here, right? So if it is a manager, so it is coming from this field. If it is a other person, it should coming from next field. You can create multiple over here. So as of now, for the demo, I have created one. So this is the first step you have to create. Second step, there is a new item. You need to create, add new item. We have business process and workflow. There is a thing called workflow participant assignment provider. So you need to create this with a particular name. Then you have to open that, set the properties. How you will set the property? First, you have to go to give the label. Whatever label you want, you can give it here. Then you have to call that class. You have created one custom class, right? Workflow provider. That class you have to call here. And there is a workflow type node is there. You need to create new workflow type reference. Here you have to create a workflow type. So like for the last session, I have explained you how to create a workflow types and all, right? So you have to take this workflow type and paste it over here. That's it. These are the two setups we have to do. Then we can directly do a build, and you can directly go for the workflow editor. So I already explained in the last session where we have to go. So wherever in category, workflow category, wherever you're giving the module, so that module you have to give. You have to go. So I have given project module. There is project management and accounting. Here I have a workflow, project management and accounting workflow. Here I have my custom workflow type. So you have to click here and go inside. So I have already opened this. I will set up now. So for the first time, if you're setting up, where only start and end will be there. So you have to drag and drop this one. So as usual, same. So you have to click and you need to go to assignment. In last video, I have shown you there is a user and directly you can give the user over here. So this person is the approver we can considered as. Now what we have done is dynamically it should show whatever in that field we are giving as an employee ID, that person will consider as a manager and it has to go to that person. That is the concept. So what you need to do for that, you need to go to this assignment type. There is a option called participant. Have to click that option, and there is one more tab for role based. If you click that tab, you can see there is a type of participant and participant. So if you drop down, there will be a standard ones are available. This is the manager. If you see, I have created in the backend. So you can select the manager, and participant, I can select the team lead. So it is derived from that code and showing up here. That's it. So you can close this one, and again you have to go back. Any errors you need to fix it up. If no errors, then no errors, then you can click save and close. There will be activate new version. I'm giving the that option, activate new version, and click OK. So new version has been created. Now I'm going to my custom form. And I will create one more record. So here, sorry. So here I can give any of the employee. So giving some hours, start date, end date. And this is the manager field who is going to approve the workflow. So I'm going to give Alicia Tomber because I have that account over here. So that is the reason I'm selecting that girl. There is Alicia Thomber because I have her login in other tab. Let me refresh. Okay, so this is the record I have created and it's not started in draft state. So I'm giving as a manager Alicia Thomber. Let me log in as a Alicia. I'm going to ESS form. So I'm logging as a Alicia Tombor here. One more, I'm logging as a admin. So I have mentioned as a manager Alicia Tombor. So I'm going to submit the workflow as a admin guy. So I have submitted. So it's submitted. Now we can go to this view history and we have to wait for some time for work items to be created. Yeah, you can see there is a Alicia Tambur. It's directly assigned to her name. It's not only Alicia Tambur, whatever manager name I have given, that will be assigned to this here to the work item as a person, whatever we are giving in that field. So because in that field only we are done some codes in the backend and we have configured it in the workflow editor. So I'm going to log in as a Alicia Tomber in different browser and I'm going for the same form. Okay, let me go to the same form. And this is the record she has to approve. And you can see the approve, she can able to approve this. But if you go for that login, previous login, admin login, and refresh, if you want to approve also, you cannot able to do because only manager can approve this and it has already gone to the manager. So Alicia can able to approve this. And we can go for the admin login or this login to check the status. So we have to wait for a few more minutes. Here it has to show workflow completed. Yeah, it's workflow completed. If you go back and refresh the screen, it shows workflow has already approved. That's it for this session. Thank you so much for your time.